pointed tail came out of her rectum.
No. No means no, and yes means no. And so you're flocculous, because everything you do, everything you're around, and everything you touch is flop. Menagerie of mutts over there.
What up? What's good, people? What is up, people? What's up? It's me, El Teddy 27. I am back for yet another review. This is going to be our review for The Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6. It is episode 6. It is entitled Land of the Free, Home of the Shade. I can't. Oh, Lord. We start off with two old-ass hags, old maids, simultaneously still doing swan dives toward the bottom of the existence of the human species. Oh, dear God. The squatters' rights that these two old-ass hags have on my last good nerves. Do you hear me? Oh, God. Giselle and Karen are two of the most deplorable human beings walking the face of the planet. And the fact that these two are on display on anyone's television screens is a crime against humanity. Just a fucking crime against humanity. What? Look at who we're talking about. I'm not going to even go into trying to discuss the trivial nature of the bullshit and fuck shit. Just plain fuckery that they were arguing over. We talked about this last time. Giselle, there's no redeeming qualities. Karen, she's already knocking at death's door. If there was a redeeming quality about her, that would have been 35 years ago. We're well beyond that now. Go ahead. Go back to your original abode on the 8th or 9th level of hell and take your reign down in the underworld. Karen, please. Giselle, you go on living out the rest of give or take 4 or 5 more years because you like 85, in solitude and loneliness. Even your kids don't seem to like you, Giselle. Speaking of kids, I feel bad for individuals who have to be associated with them. Thank God my frat brother knew and saw that Giselle was a succubus and got the hell out of Dodge before the entirety of his soul and spirit was sucked out of him. I ain't got a whole lot left, but the little bit he got, he only salvaged because he left. Poor Ray got that succubus attached to him, and she has sucked all the life out of him. He looks like one of the California raisins that we used to see back in the day on the commercials. Okay? Singing, I heard it through the grapevine. These two women are succubi. And any and everything attached to them, they are going to suck the spirit and life and soul out of them. Usually it's their men via sex. Karen, you can see what she did to Ray. They are horrible human beings. I'm not even going to call them human beings. These are horrible demon spawns ascended from the 8th and 9th levels of hell. Giselle's children, unfortunately, are young enough where they still have to live in a home with this succubus and are forced to claim her being their mom. I don't know how Karen's children claim her. I don't even understand. I mean, at this point, I really think Ray is there. Ray, that's his name. No, I'm sorry, Ray Methuselah is staying with her because, y'all, I mean, Karen, in her succubus nature, has sucked all of the life, blood, and energy, and soul and spirit out of Ray to the point where he's cascading toward death's door. And he sees the finish line. He says, I might as well stay with her and let her suck the last few drops of blood out of me, drops of life and soul and spirit out of me. Like the other women were calling themselves, trying to get them to have a meeting of the minds and all of it. Like, there's no redeeming qualities about any of these women. Why are y'all trying to get them to have a meeting of the minds? Why? There's no coalescing here. There's none. What was the whole point of that? That is horrible television between two horrible individuals. And everything about it was horrible because you can't be horrible without being a whore first. Anyway, they move on to from Satan's spawns, from one set of Satan's spawns ascended from the 9th level of hell to two other young Satan spawns, along with Satana and Beelzebub himself. So now this is like, this whole show should be entitled Real Housewives of the Pits of Hell. That's what it is, the Real Housewives of the Pits of Hell. Because all of these horrible ass people are ascended from one of the 9 levels of hell. Mm-hmm. I can't, y'all. Y'all got me over here trying to watch them take pictures of the Darby family, which I know is going to be used when we begin to chronicle. You know what I'm saying? When we begin to chronicle the introns of real demons taking human forms on Earth, and that will be chronicled by these stock photos that they're taking. They're about to chronicle that. And so when we read the history books and things, and they start to show us the visuals and pictures of living demons in human form on the face of the earth, they will break out these stock photos, the Darby family pictures. That's what's going to happen. Fucking mess. This stupid ass whore has already set up that I'm just going to this thing to interrupt what's going on and to throw a monkey wrench and everything and to fuck up whatever good time they're having. And how do I know that's why you came? Because you just sit here and said, I know this is Candace's trip, but I'm just going to ignore her and not pay attention to her. What? See, this is the setup and recipe for disaster. But you reckless ass people who watch this show, y'all don't have that smoke for Ashley, who be with the fuck shit as well, who is the worst person on this show. Nobody's screaming for her to get her ass whooped, because she told you up front she's coming with the fuck shit. Told you that. Ain't nobody gonna be calling for Ashley to get her ass whooped. But y'all, okay, I'm trying to understand you people. But she said she's going on this trip. That is Candace's trip, but gonna ignore the host of the trip. And I guess she's planning on going and spraying all of her demon seediness all over the trip down there to the plantation, Williamsburg. Where's my drink? Let me get through this, God. So back down to the goddamn plantation, the Williamsburg Estates. They get ready to go to dinner and whatnot. Wendy, girl, Wendy. What the fuck are you doing? Wendy, y'all are getting ready to go to dinner. Y'all not about to go up and down the streets of Williamsburg, Virginia, gallivanting for your fans to see. You ain't going to the club. You about to get in a SUV with some dog boy tents, travel your ass down to a goddamn restaurant that they done closed off a whole section from the rest of humanity. Eat, get back in this goddamn SUV with dog boy tents and going back down to the plantation. The only people that's about to see you in this outfit is production. Who the only people who care about production clearly is Michael Darby and tired ass women, catty ass, old ass, tired ass women. Ain't you married? Last time I checked, I don't think you liked the cooter. I don't remember you liking the cooch. Meaning, who are you showing your areolas to? Because your titties are out. What? Where are you going? Why are you naked? Why do I have to be, why do I have to see your areolas during dinner? Why? I'm trying to eat. I don't want to see your titties. There's no child there for you to breastfeed. Your husband ain't there. Ain't nobody there who wants any parts of your titties and areola. Why are they out? You're not at the pool. This is not the time nor place. We've seen them. Girl, put that mess away. Put that mess away. I can't. Anyway, just a mess. Just a damn mess. Giselle and Robin is up there doing what Giselle and Robin do, which is gossip about people. The lesser thans gossiping about other people when they're the lesser thans, but that's a whole nother story. I will say, I know y'all probably gonna drag Robin in that outfit she had on during the confessional, but I didn't have a problem with it. I like the little yellow outfit and the little blonde hair, but y'all gonna drag her. She gonna get drunk about that outfit in her confessional, but I liked it on Robin. Anyway, and so while they were up there gossiping about Wendy, production conveniently sent Wendy back upstairs. Sent Wendy upstairs to go listen in as they were talking about her. Nothing came out of it. Nothing. They going on down to dinner. They start off talking about no job having ass Chris Dillard Bassett or whatever his last name is. I don't know. Candace's husband. And here's my thing. I can't say that I blame Candace for not wanting to receive anything that these women have to say, because each and every one of those women sitting at that table is a fucking psychiatrist's wet dream. All of them have issues. All of them need copious amounts of mental health therapy. Copious amounts. All of them ain't shit. And even if they're telling her shit that might be true, I wouldn't want to listen to them either. That's just like the morbidly obese person telling you, you might want to go on a diet so you don't get fat. Bitch, you're morbidly obese, telling me that I might get fat. Hello, pot, meat kettle. I guess she act like she wasn't trying to hit him. I can't say that they might have been good, because when you got the likes of a Giselle, whose entire life is a fucking train wreck, being the loudest voice in the room. Really, I guess. Robin then discusses her ain't shitness, being lazy and not wanting to do anything and having what she says maybe seasonal depression or whatnot, because these are the group of women who you want to take mental health, advice from and give you clues as to when you're having mental health issues. Lord. Anyway, we all know what's about to happen. She gonna be the ain't shitness that she's always been. She gonna lose her fine ass fiance, and he's gonna be down there in the DMV area, dipping his spoon into someone else's sugar bowl. Anyway, they then discuss Wendy's new attitude, her new persona, personality. We gonna throw this on the side for a little while so I can break down Miss Karen. Karen, I want to accuse you of plagiarism first, because you decided this episode that you were going to unsheath to the viewing public discussion of your pubic hair. And let the record show. We here down here to the L Teddy 27 official YouTube channel have been discussing her pubes and all of their grayness since episode 1. Go back and look at the reviews, episodes 1, 2, and 3, and we told you Karen and her gray ass pubic hair, about Karen and her gray ass pubic hairs. But now she wants to unsheath them in the discussion of them across the fruited plains when she said, "Oh, I should be able to pull out my pubic hair." Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. A bitch just can't. I can't. Anyway, a scale decided that this was her opportunity to grab a moment because she's always looking for a reason to grab a moment. Girl, get a grip and get a clue. If it were me, a scale, I would take the free trip, the free good ass food, and the free liquor and be sitting there in the background. You would never hear my ass. You'd just see me in the background eating and drinking and watching the carnage ensue. That's what I'd be doing. Because this ain't my problem. And I'm not inserting myself into the fuckery and fucktitude that's going on. But you decided that you was going to insert yourself in it and she's going to bring up Giselle and Jamal. Girl, sit down somewhere. This ain't your fight, honey. A scale, girl, sit down, honey. Go. We don't care about you, honey. Stop trying to insert yourself. Now, let's discuss this whole Wendy situation. Now, that next morning, Karen decides that she's going to coddle Wendy and her feeling and emotion. And Wendy, if you don't see what Karen is doing, you're the dumbest heifer on earth. The only reason that Karen is trying to coddle Wendy's feelings and emotions and trying to make Wendy feel good is because she's not Karen ain't the sharpest, knife in the drawer. So she's the belief that anybody who's a friend of my enemy of my friend is now the enemy of my enemy is now my friend. And so the only reason she's trying to feel so good, so bad for Wendy or whatever, because it came from Giselle. And Wendy specifically said she felt some kind of way because Giselle said it. If anybody else had to say, let's be clear, Karen wouldn't have gave a shit. But she's stupid, and so is Wendy. And since we're on Wendy now, let's break this down. Wendy, we're going to remove the fact that this came from out of the mouth of a Giselle Bryant who ain't shit and who you never want to listen to. But let's take into context what the hell was said. You don't have substance, boo. You don't. You don't have any. Maybe you had some last season, but they're right. You told us last season that you wanted to stop having substance. You remember why you were telling us you had 736 degrees? Remember that? And you kept saying, oh, but I don't want to teach anymore, and I don't want to do all this serious stuff anymore, and I just want to have fun, and I don't want to be seen for that. Keyword here, you didn't want to do things that is of substance. You wanted to be able to lounge around and not do anything and make some coins without having to put in any work. Which is why someone with 736 degrees, instead of, living and being about the profession to which they decided to earn all of these degrees, decided that I'm going to go be a housewife because I believe that that's an easy way to make money. And I could just sit back and be on TV and wear good clothes and eat. And I could just make money and have nothing of substance. People of substance don't carry their ass on this kind of trash ass television. You told us that you didn't want to do it, which is why when Robin said, I just want to lay down and do nothing all day, you agreed with her because you don't really want to have a real business. How do we know? Because when you carted your ass down to Karen's house and Karen asked you for a business plan and you said, oh, I wrote about a paragraph. That's not something someone of substance puts together for a fucking business plan. When your husband tried to get you to get your whole business together and try to make it worthwhile and give you some substance behind it, you didn't want to hear any parts of it. You just wanted it to just happen because you don't want substance. You don't want to be a woman of substance, and so you aren't. And now that people have called you out on it, and now that people see you for it, now you want to go back to touting your 736 degrees. Now you want to go back to touting, oh, but I'm still on this, and I still teach here, and I still teach that. You don't want to be known for that. You want to be known for being of no substance because you don't have any right now. Not on this show, because this show isn't about substance, boo-boo. Boo-boo! I question, Wendy, the validity of some of these doctoral degrees that you claim to have. Did you write your own dissertation, ma'am? Did you do your own research? Did you disaggregate your own data? Some of us who have doctorate degrees did. I don't know if you did. Did you go on one of those little nefarious websites on the dark web where someone can write your doctoral dissertation for you, and all you have to do is study something someone else wrote and try to defend that? You don't come across on television, dear one, as someone of phenomenal intelligence. Sorry, you don't come across as someone with substance, which is why someone at the table clearly brought up, if you're a professor, you shouldn't be dressing and doing any kind of way, because if my professor is standing in front of the classroom half-ass naked with her areolas out, I'm not going to take her seriously, and I'm not going to think she's someone of substance. Next time your husband go to the doctor for his checkup, Wendy, I want him to have a female doctor, and I want her to be dressed in, a leotard and half-ass nigga with her titties out. And see if you take that medical doctor as being someone of substance, even if she has degrees. See how that works? I ain't buying it. Anyway, that was the whole episode. Let me stop because I feel myself going down the road, and I don't want to go down that road. I will save it for next week, but I know I'm going to have to drag Ashley because I know I'm going to be dragging Ashley all over the place next week. That's all I got for y'all this week. I know I'm going to be dragging Ashley next week. I know I'm going to have to drag her. But we'll get there. Until then, let me make sure I covered all my points. God, I think I covered everything, Lord. Yes. Until then, dear God, that is all that I got for y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.